up, beautiful people? In this video I will show you how to create the ultimate pallet storage holder. Let's get to it, y'all. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 Okay, great people, it's also great to be with you all here again for yet another video. My name is Ricky Jones Jr. and I'm also excited to be doing this pallet build slash reconfiguration slash tutorial, but more than anything showing you what you can do if this is something that you are into. Now what I'm going to show you for all of my gardening people, and you may be wondering like, how does this relate? But at the end of the day, as you all know, I keep my seeds in a glass jar, and ideally you should keep them inside. And so what you could do is with this here contraption with your pallet storage holder, you can place them in there so it'll be, you know, nice and flush all the way through. I would just label the top so that you know what you have, but it'll go right there just like that. And if you have a whole setup either inside or outside, to be honest, you could do it with this pallet holder or organizer. We'll call it a pallet organizer, okay? But nonetheless, with this pallet organizer, if you had your seedlings in your container just like this, you could just line them up just like so, and boom shakalaka, they will be good to go. And just like that, you can have a whole gardening scenario. Either you can hang it up on a wall, like I said, indoors or outdoors, because there are some herbs that you can actually grow indoors, which I'll put a list of those, probably like five of them that comes to mind in the description below. But more than anything, you can do that too. But now what I want to do is, because they are so long, I'm actually going to cut them in half and repurpose them and change it from 2 to 4. Okay, we're gonna double the shelves, and what I'm actually gonna use it for is a book holder for my kids' books, because right now they're just stacked up high, and I do not like this organization. And so this is gonna help organize the home and the books itself. So I'll reconfigure this, but then at the end I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. I'm actually screwing them to the wall. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get to it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and as I always ask, please let me know where you are viewing from. All right, let's go ahead. All right, so what I'm going to do to make this all work for me is, like I said, I'm going to cut this in half. And so I'm actually trying to just take a look at the way in which I want to go about my cuts. And what I'm going to do is just slide this over like so and have my cut to go like this. And I'm going to use my circular saw that my lovely wife purchased for me for Christmas. And honestly, that's the great part about using and having different products that you have for your own self, so that at any time, any given moment, you can go forward. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just line this circular saw up, make sure my everything is straight, and just go for it. Now we have one half, we have the other half right here, which I just need a piece to go right here to make it to be another whole half. So we'll cut this side, and we'll have what we need. As you can see, most things are done easily once you've already done it before. Just cut, flip, cut. And so now what we're gonna do is take one of these, this side's off, so I can match it with the other one, and then match the other two together. Now that I have the piece separated, I'm taking it apart using my reciprocal saw, cutting the nails. I use nails instead of screws. And so now that I have it all separated, I was able to now put it back together and put it back together the way I wanted it to be. Okay, and so this is the first piece that was already attached. And so now just adding the screws, using screws this time so I can make any necessary adjustments. And then as you can see here, screwing on the bottom, 2 screws each side will do you well. And so what I'm doing now is just cutting another piece of a pallet that will be the other 2 braces that will be used in the creation of the other pallet holders. Okay, and so of course I started to drill, then I realized no, I needed to have some pilot holes. And so when it did that, once I have the pilot holes drilled in, then I can go ahead and drill in the screws themselves, because I was having a little splitting going on. But with the pilot holes, I was good to go, and then I can just fabricate it the way I wanted it to be. And I promise you, you'll be good to go with that situation. Okay, All right, and so from there, I had put out the sander because we have 2 new sections and things going on. So I wanted to make sure everything was nicely sanded and, you know, kid friendly and touching it and things like that. And so the sander is what's necessary, which is always good to have. You know, when you do different wood projects, you definitely do want to have a sander on standby. And so here we go. This works out very well, I must say. And I was going for it long enough where I had to exchange the whole sander paper itself, but that's what you do. You have to do what you have to do, and you get the job done. So let's watch a little bit more sanding, and then I'll come back to show you what it looks like when it's all done. It's been so long since I've done a pallet build that I forgot just how many tools go into the creation of pallet builds. Like, look at this. This is 2 power drills. We have a sander. We have a circular saw. We use the miter saw. We use the reciprocal saw. We also use the hammer. We have some screws, and we have some nails that were over there as well, just to repurpose 2 pallet organizers into 4. My goodness, like, look at what it took to get the job done. It's done great, people, and that's the benefit of it, right? And so what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and fix it to the wall in the home. I'm gonna find the stud and label it from there and just organize it accordingly. So come on with me as I fix it to the wall. And if you don't want to go that far, go ahead and subscribe. My name is Ricky Jones Jr. Again, I would love to have you a part of this here channel. And again, let me know where you are viewing from, because I'm always curious as to where people are viewing from. And yeah, man, I've even had people from South Africa, Johannesburg, say that they are watching the channel, in which that is somewhere that I do look to go. I heard it's very, 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 very beautiful. I've been to Port Elizabeth already. I do want to go to Cape Town and Johannesburg, which I heard are beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I will be there. But again, I'm always curious to see where you're viewing from. But with that being said, let's go ahead inside and put it on the wall. Oh, for the finish. All right, great people. So I am using my stud finder because I realized in putting the books on the wall by way of the screws, I don't want it just to be into the, you know, sheetrock itself, but drilling into the studs is ideal, knowing that the kids will be using this with the books and going in and out and things like that. So here's my handy dandy stud finder. I found it at Home Depot. I believe it attracts or it magnetizes to the screws into the wall, and so that's how it's able to do what it does. But at the end of the day, hey, it works. And so drilling into the studs, you are good to go, and you can feel comfortable with the work that you are doing. And so after I have it all in there, what I did was brought some books over just to get an idea of what the next height should be. And so I'm not stacking it too close or anything like that. And I was trying to see if I want to do a little design, like, you know, you get a little fancy when you get some confidence. But at the end of the day, we have it all here set up, and then, you know, we're good. Drilling into the studs and keeping it consistent. And then I realized my battery went out. So here's how it all turned out.